Good morning, TikTok. It's your local Crusader here, continuing where we left off, talking about Jacob's dream. Now, Jacob dwelt in the land where his father had sojourned, in the land of Canaan. This genealogy of Jacob. This is the genealogy of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was shepherding the sheep with his brothers. Now the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives, and Joseph brought a bad report of them to his father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his sons, because he was the son of his old age. He also made him a tunic of many colors, but when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all of his brothers, they hated him and could not speak civilly to him. Then Joseph had a dream, and reported to his brothers. Thus he said to them, "Hear this dream I dreamed. There we were, binding sheaves in the field. Then, behold, my sheaf arose and stood upright. And indeed your sheaves stood all around and bowed to my sheaf." So his brothers said to him, "Shall you indeed reign over us, or shall you indeed have dominion over us?" So they hated him even more for his dream and for his words. Then he dreamed still another dream, and told it to his brothers, and said, "Look, I have dreamed another dream. This time the sun and the moon and the 11 stars bowed down to me." So he told it to his father and his brothers, and his father rebuked him and said to him, "What is this dream you have dreamed? Shall your mother and I and your brothers indeed come and bow on the ground before you?" And his brothers envied him, but his father kept the matter in mind. Joseph is sold into Egypt, and his brothers went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said to Joseph, "Are you not your brother's shepherd? Or your brother's shepherding the sheep in Shechem? Come, and I will send them to you, or send you to them." So he said, "Here I am." And Israel said to him, "Go and see if it is well with your brothers and well with the sheep, and bring word back to me. Bring back word to me." So he sent him out of the valley of Hebron and went to Shechem. Forgive the runny nose or stuffy nose. Now a certain man found him, and there he was wandering in the field. So the man asked him, saying, "What are you seeking?" And he replied, "I am looking for my brothers. Tell me where they are feeding their sheep." The man said to him, "They have departed from here, and for I heard them say, 'Let us go to Dothan.'" So Joseph went after his brothers and found them in Dothan. And now when he saw them far off, even before he came near them, they conspired against him to kill him. Then they said to one another, "Look, this dreamer is him, and cast him into some pits, and we shall say, 'Some wild beast has devoured him,' and we shall see what will become of his dreams." But Reuben heard it, and delivered him out of their hands, and said, "Let us not kill him again." Reuben said to them, "Shed no blood, but cast into this pit in the desert, and do not lay a hand on him, so that he might deliver him out of their hands, and bring him back to his father." So it came to pass, Joseph came to his brothers, and they stripped him of the tunic of many colors, and they took him and cast him into a pit where he was empty, for there was no water in it. Which was empty, for there was no water in it. Yeah. Then they sat down to eat a meal, and lifted their eyes, and looked, and there was a company of Ishmaelite wayfarers coming from Gilead, and their camels bearing spices, balm, and myrrh, on their way to carry them down to Egypt. So Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is there if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites. But let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh." And his brothers listened. Thus the Midianite traders passed by, and the brothers pulled Joseph up and lifted him out of the pit, and they sold him to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of gold. So they took Joseph to Egypt, and then Reuben returned to the pit where he saw Joseph was not in there. He tore his clothes, and he returned to his brothers and said, "The lad is not there, I, where shall I go?" Thus they took Joseph's tunic, killed a kid of the goats, and dipped the tunic in blood. Then they sent the tunic of many colors and had it brought to their father, and said, "We found this. Do you know where it is your son's tunic or not?" So he recognized it and said, "This is my son's tunic. A wild animal has devoured Joseph and carried him off." And Jacob tore his clothes and put sackcloth on his waist, and he mourned for his son many days. Thus all the sons and daughters arose to comfort him. But he refused to be comforted, and he said, "I shall go down into the grave to my son in mourning." So his father wept for him, and the Midianites sold him to Egypt to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and captain of the guard. And that is Genesis 37.